Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Grapplers Academy. You'll notice that we're standing up today. We're not usually stood up. That's because we're going to look at the overlooked or underlooked aspects of Jiu Jitsu and the fact that most of the time it actually starts on the feet. So we're going to have a look at some stand-up exchange today.
Yeah, so this is sort of one of the options you can play with from the over-under position, from when you're pummeling, trying to get the underhooks, and really trying to get your partner to commit to their underhook, which will give you an option to sort of run around the backside. So it's kind of not a set in stone technique, but it's a option to use if your other options aren't working. It's a great way to get around to the back from the underhook side. So starting off with sort of moving around into this over-under exchange, and there's a few options where you can drop down and start to tackle from the legs, but Bond goes super heavy on this underhook and I'm really committed here. It gives me this option now where he kind of forgets about his underhook on the far side. So I'm going to make him really commit to this. I'm going to reach down and I'm going to grab the knee. Once I grab the knee, I'm going to punch the air with my underhook and I'm going to circle my hips round to the backside. So I'm going to circle round, come around here while punching this hand as high as I can into the air, and then I'm either going to grab the hip on the same side I've got the knee, or I can drop down, tie my hands together, and I'm just going to charge through them. So once we get to here, I'm going to really try and find a way to make them commit to this, to make them kind of forget about their overhook. I'm going to drop my weight down, reach for the knee, punch up into the air, and I'm going to circle round, grab the hip, where I can take it back, or I'm going to circle round, stay side on. I'm going to drop down to try and bring the hands together, and I'm going to walk or basically run through them so they fall down to their side. I'll show you from the other side. So again, once I'm here, I'm dropping down, I'm blocking the knee with my hand. I'm also trying to sort of like pull it in towards me. So it stops them from being able to sort of move their leg out of the way, so it's a great anchor point for me to circle around from. Once we get to here, this hand's going to punch up and round as I circle round here. I'm grabbing the hips, again, or I'm grabbing the knees, and as I'm grabbing the knees to drive through, I'm going to hold them both towards me and drive my shoulder through the hip to take them down there.
Nice having a couple of different options off the same entry there. And again, a good way of kind of baiting me in by going overly heavy on one side and getting me to forget about that weak side where you want to challenge yourself.
Yeah, great option. It's one as well where you have it in the back pocket as like kind of like a bit of a joker card to really throw them off and go the opposite direction, which is part of grappling really. You kind of want to sell one thing and then give them something else instead.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple of times as well, and it's a common concept in all combat sports is having those feints and kind of using it as a bit of a feint in terms of a setup and an option, going super heavy on selling that one side and then changing your direction at the last minute to open up those options.
Oh, definitely. If there's any other techniques you want to see from the stand-up aspect of grappling, let us know in the comments below and we'll be more than happy to go through them.
Check us out on the Grapplers Academy, Instagram and YouTube, all the videos up there. First one that we've done today on the stand-up, mostly covering there. We've got a lot of stuff covering the work on the ground if this is the first time that you've seen us, so go and check that stuff out. Coached by Si on Instagram, Bonafide PT, and we'll see you next week.